you can literally cheat your brain into installing new beliefs that represent success and abundance for you, right? So if you have been asking these questions such as why am I so poor, why nobody loves me, why do I struggle so hard for money, if you have been using these declarations, these internal dialogues, or these questions whenever you think about money or whenever you think about love, like if you want more money but if you keep thinking why am I so poor, then the brain, your mind, will literally search its parental messaging, its narratives, its memories, and its stories to confirm that particular statement, right? Because our brain is a pattern matching machine. Whatever question, whatever statement you declare for yourself, the brain will start scanning for evidences into your past life, right? So if you keep asking why am I so poor, or if you keep repeating statements such as I am so poor, I am so broke, I don't have money, I can't keep paying my bills, if you use phrases and statements like this, or if you ask questions like why am I so poor, why nobody loves me, then your brain will literally scan your entire past life and it will give you the answer, making you more, making you believing into this particular statement more, right? So what happens is when you keep repeating a thought again and again and again, and if you combine it with an emotion, right? So what I'm trying to say is there's a thought that you keep repeating and combine it with emotion, then you form a belief, right? So a thought plus emotion plus repetition forms a belief, and your belief controls your perception, and your perception controls your decisions, and your decisions controls your behavior, and your behavior controls your outcomes in life, and your outcomes in life directly reinforces the belief that created this outcome, right? So these beliefs that are creating your undesirable reality, your current life, they have to be removed. They, first of all, you need to be aware of what beliefs, what subconscious blocks you're having within your mind, right? These deep subconscious blocks that are embedded in your psyche, they have to be surgically removed from your mind, right? So the best way, a simple technique that I can give you to remove your subconscious blocks and to cheat your brain into believing new beliefs, into installing new beliefs and start operating from a new identity, here's how you do it. So instead of asking why am I so poor, why nobody loves me, why do I struggle so hard for money, what we do here is we invert the question, right? So instead of repeating the same statements and questions and looking for proof, we invert the question. So instead of asking why am I so poor, start asking why am I so rich, why am I so lovable, why do I never struggle for money. You need not write these exact questions, but write the questions, but whatever your desire is. If, for example, if you are a struggling entrepreneur and you want more clients, then write down the question, why am I getting so many clients, why do I never struggle to get clients? If you want more love, then ask yourself, why am I so lovable? If you want more money in your life, then ask, why am I so rich, why am I so wealthy, why do I never have a problem in getting money, in making money? So whatever your desire is, associate that question to that particular desire, right? So when you invert the statements that you say to yourself, for example, if you say I am broke, why am I so broke, then invert it and ask it as a question, like why am I so rich? So when you ask questions like this, what happens is you force your mind into a contradiction, because all your life, for months or even decades, you have been operating from an old identity, right? You have been operating from your broke self, from your lack self, from a identity where you don't feel loved, right? So when you ask questions like this, then you force your mind into a contradiction, because the question you ask is mismatched with your stored identity. These questions are directly contradicts with your stored identity of the past, right? And since your mind is a loyal servant, I want you to force yourself to answer these questions. And when you think about it, when you think about why am I so rich, then your mind will immediately start searching its stories, its memories, its narratives, its parental programming, its conditioning, all its past experiences to prove you right. When you ask yourself, why am I so rich? Your mind will literally come up with reasons, right? And that will form your new identity, your new beliefs, right? So once there is a mismatch between the question you asked and your stored identity, then your subconscious blocks will surface up. You will feel uncomfortable. You will feel uncomfortable about answering these questions. And that uncomfortableness, the thoughts that pop up when you try to answer these questions, they are the subconscious blocks, right? So if you have been broke all your life, and when you ask yourself, why am I so rich? So certain thoughts, certain emotions may pop up. You might think, oh my god, no, I am not rich. But still, force yourself to answer this question, why am I so rich? First you will think, I am not rich. I mean, I always struggle for money. But again, ask yourself, why am I so rich? And once you let go of all the deep thoughts and emotions that come up, let go of it, and then again try to answer this question, why am I so rich? And then once you let go of all the baggage that was deeply suppressed within your psyche, your brain will help you to answer these questions. Why am I so rich? I am rich because that the answer depends on you. I'm not going to answer for you, right? Uh, it is a process that you need to do by yourself. I can only give you the framework, I can only guide you, but you need to take action. So whatever answer pops up, write it down. Why am I so rich? Why am I so lovable? Why do I never struggle for clients? Why do I never struggle about money anymore? Why do I never struggle about having good relationships with people? When you ask these type of questions, you force on yourself a new identity that will lead you to a desired reality. And when you change your identity, you change your beliefs as well, right? So once you ask these questions, your subconscious blocks will surface, and your brain will start searching for new evidence to answer this question. It will prove you right, right? So write down the answer that pops up, and I want you to repeat this for a week, right? And you can ask any number of questions. The more number of questions you ask yourself that reflects your desired reality, the more your subconscious blocks will pop up. And I don't want you to go and search for the subconscious blocks. Like, the more you search, the more you're going to find. You only deal with the blocks that surface up spontaneously, right? You don't need to dig deep about all these trauma or deep subconscious blocks, because for you to manifest your desired reality, you don't need to remove all the blocks that you have. You need to only remove the blocks that spontaneously come up, right? So once your brain searches for new evidence, once you ask this question, then you will be ready to assume your new identity, right? So once you answer the questions, you will know why you are so rich, why you are so lovable, why you can never struggle for money, right? That will put you in a much better emotional state, that will put you in a much better emotional attitude. So this simple technique can help you remove your subconscious blocks, cheat your brain into believing new beliefs, installing new beliefs into your psyche, and you can maintain those beliefs by keep asking and reflecting on the answers that you give. Your answers may change, right? When you do it for the first time, you might feel uncomfortable. You might think this is delusional. You might think this is not logical. But the more you do it, the more you reflect on the answers that you give for these questions, the more your belief starts changing. And more your belief starts changing, the more your perception changes. And the more your perception changes, your decisions and your behavior also changes. And when you change your behavior, you change your outcomes in life, and you reinforce these beliefs. And the more beliefs you have conducive to your desired reality, your entire identity changes. And when your identity changes, your frequency changes as well. Your state of consciousness changes as well. And the reason your beliefs change, because all of these questions are just a thought, right? And when you start answering, why am I so rich? Why am I so lovable? Then you will start feeling certain emotions. You will start feeling happy. You will start feeling grateful. You will start feeling peace, calm, because you never thought of yourself being rich. You never thought of yourself of being lovable. So when you ask these positive questions, those positive emotions will start to pop up. And when you keep repeating it, a belief gets formed, right? So I hope you understood the simple technique that you can do to change your beliefs, and you can change your perception and remove your subconscious blocks, right? And that is how you trick your brain into installing new beliefs while also removing your old beliefs simultaneously. So yeah, that's it from me. I just wanted to shoot this quick video to spit out some game because I don't know why I just thought of shooting a new video for you, and this is a technique I regularly do. So I just wanted to share it, and here you are. There you have it. Use it. And if you're still watching this video, then make sure you utilize the time you've invested in this video, because if you don't take action, like, all it takes is taking a journal, writing down these questions and answering it. If you can't do that, then you have wasted your time literally, right? So that's it from me. If you want to work with me personally, then check out the link in description. That's my new offer that I have been running live for like just 2 days. So make sure to check it out, and that's it from me. I will see you in another video.